안녕하십니까.
Good afternoon. I am the last presenter today. My name is Lee Yeon-so. So this is what I want to talk about today. Actually, I have a lot to say, but I want to talk about what I think about light as well as some special light that we developed in Seoul. So I'm very nervous, actually. I think the presentations were really great, but I'm here up today. I'm nervous. I have butterflies. But thankfully, I'm up here, so I will try my best to deliver my presentation as good as possible. So light. The values are very important. Light is thankful. Actually, Seoul Metropolitan City and Lucy and all of you here today, the leaders of Korean lighting industry and lighting designers are here today, and it's an honor to be here today. And I also thank Signify from Philips for joining us today. So Seoul has been going on with a lot of different projects. There's something called CPL. CPL from Lucy, we were awarded as one of the innovative cases. So in the past, Changgyeonggung, this is something in the past. And with the development of the city, there were new structures coming in, and the place needed to go back to the people. And as the restoration happened for Changgyeonggung, this place became a beautiful place, and Seoul actually used and created new light. And these are a result of a good and beautiful nightscape of Seoul. The second case is Yeouido. So in the past, Yeouido was an island. It was made of concrete, and the entire place was replaced with grass. And today, we have a waterfront that is green and eco-friendly. And in 2013, we actually won another prize by Lucy. And the third is Gyeonggi Line Forest Park. It's a 6-kilometer long area where that was a railroad in the past, and Seoul actually created a forest along this road. Added with story and light, it became a very romantic area where the value changed entirely. During the daytime, there is not much people, but at night there is more people. More people come and stay in this area. So, in my opinion, the most important thing is human, the people, with the people here. So, and light needs to exist for people. So, people is the most important motive for me. And it is an honor, and I'm very grateful to be able to participate in this project. I design light. I have many thoughts on light, but the most important thing in light is that light can connect people. How? How does light connect people? That's why I came up with ULP, and I'm currently running ULP even to this day. So city and space is a new stage for me. During the daytime, we can't really change. But at night, it becomes a new stage to create new value. Light changes. It's warm, light, vibrant, energetic, and lively. I went to IALD and gave a lecture in Japan, and I heard in Japan that back then they talked a lot about Changgyeonggung, but I went to Japan and I heard this Ando Dada's Church of Light. This is a window. Did you ever see this kind of cross? It needs to be very high, but it's at the floor. This is not light. This is not lighting, but light. Le Corbusier, this is a cathedral, and there's no electricity, no decoration. This space is made sacred thanks to light. Is it too much? Is it too fancy? No. So, we work in light design. We think a lot about quantitative aspects, but I think we need to be more emotional. We need more of an emotional, a more soft touch to our design. This softness is something that I wanted to focus more on. How can I show you the word soft up there? It's more about being considerate, changing the environment rather than making the object itself brighter. In that regard, I worked in Seoul, Busan, and Incheon's master plan, as well as the Hangang Renaissance. I worked with many other people to come up with the master plan and reinvented light and designed it. In the past, I talked to Mayor Oh Se-hoon. It's not important to have concrete in Hangang River. We need the water, the light on the waters. It needs to be natural. It's not for somebody, but it's for the people. That's why we create design. Too much light becomes light pollution, but soft light, soft space, and cozy space presents more value. Cultural heritage has the same thing. We shouldn't have too much light. It needs to be cozy and easy. And it needs to be that reflection on the waters. I think that's what needs to stand out more. In Changgyeonggung, we have the moonlight tour, and in Gyeongju, this is the waterfront. Very beautiful. These are values created by light. I think light and sound comes together. We have something called soundscape as well. How can we combine light and sound? What you see here is the Changseungpo port, and it was the first project that I took as an urban regeneration project. And as the director of this project, I planned for new light that can be seen even from 5 kilometers away. 270 meters and 80 meters high. I created this new concept, a story with the past. It's a legend, and recreated into a new story. The Ulsan-gyo Bridge is this. As I tested this, I felt and experienced the light of water. And if you go at night, you can actually see and feel it. I think this is value, and it can really capture the story and values of the city. The light I dream of is considerate light, considering people. Light that can embrace people's emotions. Of course, it's important to reveal, but being considerate of others is the most important value in light design. In the past, I think it was a few years ago, in 2019, there was COVID. And due to this pandemic, the world literally stopped. We couldn't go anywhere. Many people volunteered, and that was so precious. And during that time, we have Korea Heritage Service, and they thought, how can we give more space for people to relax in? In the past, not with light, but with emotional touches. So these royal palaces, maybe we can use the palaces to capture more emotion, add design, and light changes through design. The first case is not indoors, but outdoor space. So we expanded the space into outdoors. And the second is we didn't look at lighting, but we looked into the emotions of light. We wanted to reveal the emotions of light. And the third was it's not more about quantity, but quality. Making it darker, because the darker it is, the more attractive things can reveal. Changgyeonggung Palace, starting yesterday, it only happens twice a year, but it actually demonstrates what I have just shown you. Light has sound, and it's added with sound. Light actually transforms into a very different place. So this considerate and restricted light adds value, different value. It makes the palace into a totally different place. As the director, the biggest challenge was indoor space can block sound, but in the outer space, all the sound actually is spread out. So the tone and manner needs to fit into the outer space. So the music and the music that spreads out needs to harmonize. And from the perspective of the palace, how can we preserve and reveal the image of the palace? That was the most important perspective that we had. The space that we see during the daytime, it's a palace. And one charm of this is that this space itself, at night, it becomes dark. So minimum light adds more value to that space. Light changes. So the natural scenery of Changgyeonggung, as well as the history it entails, some of the areas have been destroyed in the past, but today they are restored and preserved. So this culture, history, and nature, all of the emotional aspects of these have been reborn into 8 sceneries of radiance. So I've been serving as the director for this project. Depending on the space characteristics, we analyze the space and we think about where people can walk through. So we create the route and try to make the most static way of how to capture the most of that area or place. So we wanted to make the route and the place fit best to the palace. Actually, what we focused most on was not light or media, but sound. What kind of sound makes the palace more like a palace? So in that regard, we came up with Rulbit Yeonhwa, the 8 sceneries of radiance. So from the entrance, we move to a different space. With light, the sound is added and creates a new space. It's not just about making stories or videos, but we made the soil-based ground into waters. So we captured these new values. In my opinion, anyone can do this, but depending on what view we have, the outcome would be totally different. So once again, darkness comes, and in the palace, you can easily walk in comfort. And with media and art, we create them and build on to what already exists. So what do you think? In Seoul, in autumn, where can you best enjoy the autumn foliage? This is Changgyeonggung, so it's a forest and island, and through light and sound, it changes. The space becomes a totally different place. It's a very Korean story. I designed half of this, but the remaining half was made thanks to the waters. The water actually created more value. We didn't focus too much on the special techniques or technologies, but we focused on the emotions to capture the emotions and create value. So with water, this space is created. These are living trees, and in this space, we have created a new dream. I'm very thankful that this was possible. It snowed. Nowadays, globally, there's war going on and the economy is bad. There are many challenges. But someday, there will be a new sun coming up. There's no road here, but in this situation, I'm trying to take on a new challenge. Through light, I'm trying to create new value, help each other out, to drive each other, and to support each other. If we have that in mind, I believe that we can overcome this difficult situation. Fun, light, and fun city. I hope we can keep this and nurture this in the future as well. Not only by myself, but with Lucy members as well as Seoul Metropolitan Government, as well as the designers. I want to go ahead together with all of you. Thank you very much.